Stolen my energy, but my heart won't break. I won't let it now. Only with the lights out will I ever give up again. I go dancing with my friends when you let me down. Someone tell the night sky that I never wanted to end. Now my heart won't break, it bends. You're underneath now. I go stolen my energy, but my heart won't break. I won't let it now. Only with the lights out will I ever give up again. I go dancing with my friends when you let me down. Someone tell the night sky that I never wanted to end. Now my heart won't break, it bends. You're underneath now.
شنو؟ لا تعال شنو اديت العبارة اللي كان صعيب هاد اللعيبة هادي زين شوف واش دابا هاد اللعيبة هادي دابا خصني ضروري دابا التويشية ياك خصني ضروري التويشية باللي ماشي بان الكاميرا مان هنا وهنا دابا الكاميرا ما غتبانش في يوتيوب كثر ما غتبان غير في
So much since that time, but now their opportunity to make good on that promise and make a run towards champs.
All right, Brent, here are the maps. Here's what you saw ahead of time, you cheater.
This is why I swapped my Pred to Leviathan. That ascent opener.
الدراري
I
اللي
think it's
كيتفرجوا
really gonna
راه
test
طالقين دبل
the
ستريم
attack side calling of NRG as a squad. We've already
طالقين
spoken about
دبل
how
ستريم
they're a team
اخوتي
weaker. It's not a high win rate for this team. They are going to get tested in terms of their slow defaults and being able to pick apart Leviathan's double sentinel ascent.
Let me give you a counterpoint though. They've never shown it, so everything is going to be brand new. NRG love doing pops, and this map is often about doing really good site execs off barrier rip.
Yep.
And they don't need to win that many rounds on the attack side because it's a defense-sided map. So they might
starting
just be able
on
to rack
defense.
up a 10-2
Their opponent
defense
picked
half.
it, so they get to start exactly where they want, and they're very good at pistol rounds. If they can win a pistol snowball defense, that's the route to victory.
Yeah, I mean the pistol rounds are so damn important in this
نشوف
series.
هاد
We always
الهضرة.
highlight them. It is some of the most important rounds in terms of getting that snowball advantage. But between these two teams, where a lot of their core win
بس
conditions
نصلي
to win
اللعيبة
maps
ضروري
comes down to
دابا.
round 1, round 13, more so than any other series.
And you know what's so interesting
لا،
about
سيدي
this
بنشوف اللعيبة.
about this match is that the other two maps in the series are ones that we've seen in their rematch. The last time they played, and they were mad close. Could have gone either way.
Tex had a really rough series yesterday for Leviathan. He's locking in the chamber to start this one off. This is the map where you're looking to see the redemption from Tex to keep his team alive.
Oh, and pretty basic setup here for NRG.
Basic ascent.
They are basic barriers. They love playing double initiator every map. They're out here just running like
ريتيل تلصق معك يوتيوب تا هو
different
والله
style compared to most teams.
Yeah, I mean, the KO is going to help, I think, when they want to try and go for pops and when they get to the attack side, let that ult forward against the double sentinel. But I think the advantage should still go to Leviathan.
All right, everyone, it's all on the line for both of our teams. So let's go ahead and send it over to your casters for this one. Two of my favorite unks, just like me. It's Riv and Vansili.
Thank you so much, GB. And the pressure is mounting for both of these teams now. Another elimination match, and the pressure continues to mount for the rookies. The most pressure they've felt of all for both sides here coming into this game.
And the interesting one is looking at the veto for this BO3 for the elimination game, because the first map of Ascent, they just mentioned on the desk, it hasn't been played since April for the side of NRG. And then they're coming out still with a basic composition, which then tells me that they haven't really had the official reps yet to play against a double Sentinel that kind of changed things around.
It's time for that Samsung match start. Load up fast with Samsung SSDs as we are now on to Ascent to see that unknown. To see what NRG has been working on, the desk said. It's kind of that taster's choice with just being a little basic in their comp. Feels good, they can run it, they know what it's like. But we do have Tex on that chamber on the other side, still the Vice, the Yoru for Lev to play with, and we'll see how they work that as we get into the game.
Sometimes basic, like taster's choice. It's a quick fix in the morning and it still hits my coffee fix, you know? So going for the basic for NRG, you're hoping that Mata will have a good performance, especially in this piss around, locking down this B side towards that front. But for Leviathan with this composition, quite standard stuff. Lots of pressure towards this middle first, but the extremity is not really controlled towards this A side. This tells me they might try to finish towards this B side. But NRG has to leverage these double initiators to try to figure out where that early pivot could be.
Have to be a re-clear on B main if NRG decides to keep pushing forward, hearing how much is going to be stampeding behind them through market here. Lev will proc the wall and still look to fight. So actually Scuba and Mata separated now, and Scuba gets very separated from the squad. Tex tears Brock's head off as he looks down mid for just a moment. Dash going away. Mata plays a little bit safer, but he's getting this audio cue. He's actually playing it quite wide. Sees one, almost gets another, but he's finally taken down in the situation as now the rotation comes in for NRG, but Lev likes what they've opened on the map, or like what they have opened on the map now.
Yeah, NRG's too far away for the rotate for now, so it should be an easy plant. Looks like they never really expected for the double entries being the chamber and also the Yoru to just go through that wall and fight from the market and the spawn. So saw him in a tight spot, sandwich towards the lane.
Oh, had to look away for just a moment, thinking he drew another fight. As Ethan, so many corners covered, all the shots aimed at him, and Okeanos will finalize the pistol round in favor of Lev, as they've been doing quite well in playoffs with those.
I love how Ethan just got Kamehameha'd by that flash, which allowed here Leviathan to just hold an easy post plant. But again, that's already a great look in the very beginning for the side of Leviathan. Just expecting that. It was very quiet. There's not really anybody looking for pressure towards the middle. They are relying a lot here on NRG's side for the wall to get pucked up to react.
Yeah.
But you react too late, you're already inside the pincer maneuver potentially towards that B main.
They gave a lot of space for it. Yeah. Almost got played on their own wall. Leviathan knowing that's the case. We may see him play with that a little bit more here in a few rounds, maybe towards the bonus to try and go for the throat of an RG in that moment. I think both teams have had a little trouble carrying over their bonus rounds.
Knife could still be pretty good here. I think what I like to see from Ethan always playing this KO, you see on Kuroda as well, is just to get not only the information early, but maybe to try to nullify the potential double TP capabilities that Leviathan has now with this composition, and maybe they could pinch him, which they do on Sato, but he gets one at least.
Almost gets out too, so Sheriff goes over, may be able to do some damage, but I think Lev keeps this one at range until we get down to the clock, so they know they spread NRG's defense pretty thin here. Just a quick drone towards A, keeping some eyes and keeping a few players from NRG occupied on that A main area with that audio. Oh, every NRG member. Actually, that late drone draws the rest of the members, and NRG are trying to put those pistols in one spot to do the most damage, and looks like Lev chose correctly here.
I remember the 4-1 we mentioned that Leviathan likes to do as well on the way that they execute around the map. Trying to leverage Calm a lot to sell these fakes, not only as a solo, but as a fade on different maps too. Position also to hold pistols available for the side of NRG. You're just going to try to keep him out, do some damage. Hopefully here Tex doesn't escape with the Outlaw and the rest of Leviathan either. There's really only Okeanos in the safest position right now. And you could definitely see here that NRG are not really looking for a way to really pop back into the flood into the B site. They don't really have any flashes to work with outside of what we just heard from the Vice.
They can start trailing over towards Okeanos too. He knows main is clear, and that's their exit, but they're going to find all the members, all the alt pips too.
صاطو غيبلبلها واش
As they
تنسابن
take down NRG
مسابن
here
دخل
on
يوتيوب
the
تا هي
second
الله يحفظك
round.
او ميم طور دارك
Everybody
لايف
up
في يوتيوب
except for one.
بقاش
So
يلا
not
غنانستاليو
gonna
هاد
be too
اللعيبه
tough to
باش
get
ندير
a
الكاميرا
buy-in here.
تما
That will be a good fight versus NRG's first full buy.
Yeah, huge one, because the Outlaw stays. Nice little shots from Okeanos. You want to see that start right away here from Okeanos. He had a quieter start in that series against Crew yesterday, and
It's true.
maybe saw a little bit of a resurgence in that third map, but overall is, at least in terms of the vibes, he's already out there. And now with the gun round that we have for Energy, already an operator out, and he's looking to battle right away against Tex, who's currently in tiles with the Outlaw.
That low armor buy.
That's a thing.
Could sting a bit more.
They're expecting it. Look how far back they're holding. Even a high-low, looking down towards that aisle.
Played anchor towards A. Happy to be there. It's just waiting for LEV to make the first move, knowing they have to expend a few resources to get through with this lower buy. Yeah, they're gonna.
لا راه جيت من لهيه جيت طلق دابا دبل
Extras
ستريم
in
هنا
now from
فهمت
spawn.
كتفكيك الصباح
So it's
كامل
going to be able to
ست
delay
سوايع
a bit
ستريم
that hit
تما
towards that lane. But they are blocking the barriers, not allow players to rotate back from spawn. They have to come quickly through the market. It's getting close though.
Kind of pincered in here, waiting for the second flow, the second hit of this composition, and it's not going to be in favor of LEV. Energy turns it around right away. The operator still singing in the back of sight, and Scuba gets two of his own in a flawless round for NRG.
Just very nice patience coming out for the side of Energy, especially from the IGL of Ethan. As they close up the door on the side of LEV, you just break it right away and you just stay within the smoke and you find that timing, throw that flash over the shed. Look at that. Boom, right in the back of Brockett, prime position to blind the front of Okeanos. Picks up a free kill on the second one, has support from Scuba on the back. There you go, he felt it.
Behold.
And when I think about, you know, Trent sometimes as the G2 player with the Odin anchoring towards sights on Ascent, I'm also thinking about Scuba in this role on Ascent. Great hold to start. Leviathan now. Elise has a gun round for this round number 4. A pristine hold from Energy at the start. Another lean towards his B side though, and Oki's the one that's trying to listen to any early pushes coming through.
تخيل معايا الكاميرا هنايا ليه ما تقدرش تخدم
Oh,
تخيلوا معايا الدراري الكاميرا ليه ما تخدمش
we'll see how they handle this.
خلي هادي بحال
It looks
هكا.
like LEV may be forced into this stalled out game each time. They insert two, but they're heading back towards the right side. So it looks like they're trying to work heavily off the fakes and let NRG feel like they have won the stall game. See how it works out. They're droning now with 1 minute left, so NRG can sort themselves back out. They're still in pretty much default hold.
A knife from Ethan was thrown from the A site that even spotted still Tex on that B side. So right now, Energy's not moving around. They probably still think it's a fake owl drone coming in, and you might walk into tiles right into Mata's op, and that might foil the late hit from Leviathan into A.
He hasn't moved. So much patience from Mata. Hits the shot, and that's King down. The calls will still come through, but the shots won't from the leader. And Sato's now hitting towards sight to let everybody know what the safer hit's going to be, where the shots need to be aimed at. And Sam's actually going to be able to just tear them down out of sight. He stays in it as anchor, not even worried about the situation as Brock is firing over the shoulder of his downed members to end the round in favor of NRG.
Energy are so far playing fairly passively within the anchored positions of the A and B sites, just letting Leviathan coming into them. It started off quite well where Sato got a lot of information off his dimensional drift. But again, that first pick doesn't really allow here for the two players to go for a late rotate. So those players anchored towards that back of Energy. It was just easy for them to focus towards that front of the site. They didn't have to worry about tree.
تخيل تصات لصقات لينا في يوتيوب وخدم لينا اللايف في يوتيوب مزيان يا سلام
And also Sam.
نو هاد البيلوط هذا
So a pistol now
يا
for
ربي ما
LEV.
يقطع شي ستريم هاد
She goes
البيلوط
for across the board. Tex probably has headhunter bullets, so we'll consider that a Shiko round for sure.
اوه نايس
Mata
شوت
with
ماذا
another first blood.
It is. This is reminiscent of what Sideshow was just talking about on the desk, that
صاتو شو الشوط
in
كيفاش
NRG's
كتلوكي
defense, they kind of act like a
وشو
brick
الشوط
wall.
كتلوكي
You don't know it's there until
على
you
بنادم
hit
في راسو.
it. And every time now, in the last 2 rounds, Lev has kind of gotten to the site and hit that brick wall.
You want to look at the scenarios as well for these two teams currently in playoffs in the lower bracket for NRG. They lost it in lower round number 1 for stage 1, missing the qualification to go to Masters Toronto, something that Mata and both Finesse back then really wanted so they could play on a stage in their hometown. Now Mata definitely wants to carry NRG over to Paris. Well, for Leviathan's side, they actually didn't even make the playoffs at all. It's a rough start for Leviathan at the beginning of the year. And now they're in prime position. Prime form both of these teams to try to move forward and make it the champs. A battle towards B main. Tex now has his own operator on the outside on the attack.
Yeah.
And it was almost an early peek from Brock, but he decides better. And they decide to play their positions that they have because they do have an insert from Mata right towards Wine. You kind of need him right there, and you can't lose bodies towards this B site. If not, he's going to have to forfeit his position early.
Let's see if they go back to toying with mid. It's just been the sights now for LEV. They had a pistol round that really worked a bit of the map, worked the mind of NRG. Oh, first shell miss, buying a bit of time. Now the smoke's gone. That gets dangerous as you see the shot from Ethan could have been there just moments away. And now again with a minute left, LEV's kind of running down the clock on these rounds without too much forward info. So they have to redo it all over again.
Sam was expecting a wall contact inside the smoke, now just plays the delay. So a beautiful paranoia, but that's even less to hold now. That knife only gets the clone, so the hold that you have towards the A side is most likely just going to have to be the guns one more time. But Leviathan are pivoting into mid again.
30 seconds left.
Love to see it though. Attack on multiple points here. Sato's able to insert and really make it feel weird for NRG. Now they realize the hit on B is coming through as Tex has the operator in hand. And it's going to be Scuba. Again, hiding in the back. This is a tall task here, but it's been a pause that allows the team to come in and help him. He drops one, the spike is down to delay a little bit more time. Another one as he plays the angle, and 3 from Scuba in an impossible position against the members of LEV.
No time left.
Oh my gosh, NRG.
What's up?
Looking good on defense so far, for sure. Scuba, another heroic play towards that back of the site. Great stalls once again, and even the flash to keep them at bay, and looks like Leviathan gave him way too much respect. They probably didn't know how many more players are maybe closing in and supporting him from the spawn, and they drop in one by one.
Oh,
Look at that. They tried to have the perfect spacing, so many wide swings going for the side of Leviathan, but Scuba just tucks in even more just to continue the angles and do some minimal isolations of one-on-ones and get your triple kill on top of that. And that's definitely going to force a timeout.
Yeah. A little more synergized. Not playing scared, I think. Like you were saying, dropping in one by one. It just got to get in there. Got to be sure about the play you and your teammates are doing. Kind of reset that LEV needs.
You already know the composition from Leviathan, something that's been brought up this time from G2 at the beginning of the stage. It is going to be very slow. You are trying to work the map a little bit more and try to go for these mid-round picks as you utilize a bit of that Euro utility and also the mid control to try to pull some rotates. But after that, they really haven't shown too much aggression towards Tree, with the exception of what you just saw before from Sato solo teaming into Tree. Almost got that pick at the Ethan. He did a good job actually cutting the rotates, but then you're wasting on that clock way too much. And you're just stressing out because none of that util's moving towards that B site, and you're just stalling for a scramble to try to get the plant down. They'll have this Dolda Fuss coming out from Tex in the eco round that they have as he's setting up towards middle. So hitting him potentially in a fight against Mata. Mata is currently holding the front.
Oh, the jump. Oh, in the gut. 2 to the gut. Sam with the judge just around the corner. One of his most comfortable positions, any corner that he finds himself in with that weapon. He's still going to play his own one way here. Self-sufficient on that hold. Oh! Just on the heel. Reads Sam like a book in that moment as he catches a heel there for a moment.
Yeah, exactly. A little bit of leg showing there. Easy pick, but I might give an opening for Tex to start moving in.
I don't know why.
Doesn't have a TP to fall back, which will force him to walk through and just land a shot.
You asked for some tree movement. They're going to go ahead and start creeping through. Oh!
That's a haircut.
That was real close. They know a good bit of knowledge off of that knife that just came out, but they're still getting a re-clear over at B, which means the fight at A is going to have to ensue for LEV. They're going to need to move fast, and they're still stalled. They try a bit of a play, but it doesn't work. They have to take a breath and figure out what the best entry is. Again, tour de force now creeping forward, just on the shoulder of Ethan. It's enough to gain a gap in the sight, but not enough to clean the members of NRG on A, and that's 5-2 now for NRG.
And there's great movement coming out from NRG in the mid-round. As I realize it's a little bit quiet, but